Are you feeling stuck in life? Is your fear holding you back? Are you spending too much time on social media trying to have the perfect life like you see everyone else having? Do you feel like you're not good enough? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then this month's video is just for you. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to the Survivor's Guide to Life, a place where I support you on your path to love and self acceptance. My name is Jessica Lang, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, originally from California, but I live here in Tel Aviv, Israel. Today's topic is going to be all about imposter syndrome, self esteem, and trauma. In my online practice, I specialize in treating survivors of trauma, particularly childhood sexual abuse, but other complex traumas. And one of the things that commonly my clients come in with are issues around their worth, feeling like they aren't good enough, questioning the decisions that they make, difficulty saying no, difficulty setting up boundaries, trying to figure out kind of where they fit in this world. And a lot of the work we do is around kind of helping them get reconnected to their body, helping them kind of practice saying no, kind of figuring out who they are, finding their identity, and being able to share that with others. When it comes to imposter syndrome is something that many entrepreneurs, many people who even aren't entrepreneurs, but who are in the working world, and maybe they have aspirations to go bigger or they have big dreams for their work, but they're held back by their fear that they're not good enough, they don't have the right education, or maybe they didn't go to the right school, you know, something that's fear that's holding them back and keeping them stuck in place. And the thing that kind of ties both of these things together is this fear of not being good enough. It's the self-doubt. It's the negative beliefs you have about yourself. Maybe even not even knowing who you are, or that inner critic that just hates on everything you do. So these are the things that kind of get in people's way when they're trying to go big or achieve their dreams. A lot of clients who have experienced trauma struggle with their self-esteem and their self-worth, but they're not the only ones who have this struggle. And trauma, just to kind of break it down, is not just what you think, sexual abuse or physical abuse. It can also be experiencing bullying as a child, right? The trauma that children who've been bullied experience, the negative comments. I mean, it's literally an attack on a person's self, their identity. And one of the results can be an internalization of these horrible, awful things that are said to a person at this young age. And as they get older, they start to believe that those things about that were said are actually true. And this could also be for emotional abuse, or parents who just kind of weren't there for their children in a loving and supportive way. And so these kind of negative ideals about self become internalized, and it keeps the person stuck and frozen so that they cannot act, so that they cannot move forward and achieve the things that they want in life. And they feel like they don't deserve good things. And oftentimes they don't even know how to go after the things that they want in life, whether that's a new position at their job, right? Like a manager position at their job, or they have always wanted to have their own creative business, but they're so scared of the feedback, the negative criticism, that they say, okay, I'm not going to do it. And they hold themselves back, and it stays a dream. So here are my top 3 things that I use with my clients who are struggling with imposter syndrome and being stuck in life and unable to move forward. So, step number 1, which you guys probably have heard me say a million times, but I think it's just so important, is to kind of reflect. Reflect on the stories you have about yourself. What beliefs do you have about yourself? Ask yourself questions, right? Like, what are these negative things that I think about myself? Where do they come from? What's the proof that these are even true? Because you'll actually start to find that a lot of them are actually not true. It's kind of an exaggeration of a bad situation. Um, so after you kind of reflect and you write down all these thoughts that you have, all these beliefs about yourself, you go to step number 2. and that's create a daily routine that includes affirmations and gratitudes. Now, when you're in step one and you're writing down all these negative things about you, I also want you to go in and to write down all of your strengths, right? All of your positives. You can even go and write down the things that you think are weaknesses and then look at them and look at times when they've actually helped you, right? So you flip them on their head and they become a positive. And from these you create your daily affirmations. You look yourself in the mirror and you say, I am wonderful. I am smart. Whatever your affirmation is, you say it every day while you look in the mirror. Research has shown that saying affirmations every day, gratitude, actually does change your mindset. And a lot of this has to do with attacking that mindset. Because without having a good mindset, you're going to stay stuck. So you really need to focus on changing your mindset. Um, Number three, and just as important, is to limit social media. I know it can be so tempting when you are, you're on the bus or maybe you're at the grocery store in line and to just scroll through on Facebook or Instagram. Sorry, I know Facebook scroll people. That's what my sister always says. But you scroll, and you look and you see all these amazing things that are happening, and you think, God, my life is so boring. Why can't my life be more like, this person's over here? But you have to remember that that's only a snapshot of what's going on in somebody's life. Nobody's life is 100% amazing every minute of the day. I mean, you just can't keep up that type of energy. So limit your social media because people post their brags, right, their accomplishments, and that's amazing. Everybody should be celebrating their wins. It's important. But the problem is when you constantly looking at what other people are doing and you're comparing yourself and feeling like you're so far behind because your life doesn't look like somebody else's. That messes with your mindset also, and it plays with your head. So if you limit your time on social media, you focus on yourself, you focus on your own goals, then you get to kind of accept who you are and love who you are, and then you're able to better share that gift with the world. So those are my three important tips to tackle that imposter syndrome, to get yourself back on track, get unstuck, live your life, find happiness, find fulfillment, and find joy in this life. Now it's your turn. If any of this sounds like something that you're struggling with, or that you know somebody else is kind of struggling with, and or maybe you have some tips, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Um, if you are kind of still struggling and you feel like, okay, maybe I need a little extra assistance with building my self-esteem. I have a really big project I want to do. I have brilliant ideas, but God, imposter syndrome is getting in my way and I feel like I'm not good enough. Please check out my website. It's jessicalangetherapy.com. I would love to work with you and help you kind of get over that hump. So thank you guys for joining me. I am starting to love doing YouTube. So yeah, keep subscribing, keep enjoying giving me all the positive feedback, and I'll catch you guys next month. All right, bye.